Can we talk? Like, have a serious conversation. Damn, Now That's TV. What happened? What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Tatiana Vixen. Yeah, that's her name. And if you know me, you nasty. This is a special school assembly. That's right. I want to sit down with some of my subscribers and maybe, hopefully, the Now That's TV team. So you guys can kind of hear me out, if you will. Honestly, of course, we all know Greek Life wrapped up their last episode for a very interesting season. Now, even though I did not review Greek Life for obvious reasons, I wanted to kind of do an overall review of the season, but more so, what should have been. Not what was, but what should have been and could have been. What I mean by that is basically, Now That's TV had a great thing on their hands and they kind of fumbled that ball. I gotta say, you guys had magic and the idea was there, but the execution was not. We are about to unwrap and talk about all of that right now. So with that being said, class, let's begin. Okay. First and foremost, I just want to say I love Now That's TV. I am now a fan. I love Now That's TV for more so the way they think outside the box, outside of just putting people together to fight. One of the things that have attracted me to Now That's TV over Zeus is the variety of TV shows. While Zeus only has Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret as their breadwinners, Now That's TV has a whole catalog of shit. South Central Baddies, Playboys, Deja Vu, Zodiac House, Bad Blood, Mean Girls, Young and Reckless, boxing matches, movies. I mean, the list goes on. They even got a podcast. I mean, the network is active, okay? It's active. However, with that being said, and with there being so many shows, I'm assuming the network in its production has to spread their money a little thin, which then results in shows kind of looking a little more off-brand, a little more cheaper, a little more low budget, if you catch what I'm throwing. However, this honestly isn't their issue. The viewers at this point, we really don't care that the cameras shake a little more or it sounds like they're in a hallway when they're in their confessionals. It's the raw footage and the controversial physical altercations that has set Now That's TV aside. And whether Zeus likes it or not, they're competition. Here's the thing though. While Now That's TV does reach for, diversifying their network's variety, it seems like they always drop the ball during its execution. And that's what this video is about. In particular, Greek Life. Okay, so first and foremost, Greek Life was basically supposed to be the all-stars of Now That's TV. All your faves from different shows competing in one spot for $100,000. This was an amazing idea. And based off Zodiac House, which also was a competition show, I thought, okay, the stakes are higher, the budget is bigger, there's more people. This is going to be a step up from Zodiac House. Then why didn't that happen? I mean, the formula was there. Throw in some heavy hitters. Naj, Landon, Ivory, Big Liddy, Big Mac, King Maul. Throw in some fan faves. Pootie, Queen D, Kai, Billy Barbie, Gucci Third Leg, Kenzie, Social Barbie, just to name a few. And while we have all these names that I just dropped, which should have been the recipe for an amazing show, a lot didn't happen. Like, Liddy was non-existent almost. While Ivory wasn't being a bully per se, she kind of faded into the background. I think she thought because she was a captain, this is what she had to do. You still could have had your outstanding personality, just, I don't know. Billy Barbie was always being held back to fight. Everyone got to fight except Billy Barbie. And Pootie and Maul fought way too fucking much. I believe the first issue were the contracts. I don't know why Zeus and Now That's TV do not have tight sealed contracts of what you can and cannot do. Not a conversation, not a, oh, y'all can't do this or y'all gotta go. No, put that shit in a contract. Because once it's in a contract, this changes everything. Plus, when you are telling people they have the chances of winning $100,000, they tend to listen. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. There were 15 episodes. Therefore, personally, I feel like there should have been 14 challenges. The first episode could have been them showing up, catching fades, I guess, doing what Now That's TV do. But that first day, or episode 1 or 2, whatever, should have been challenge 1. Like I said, 15 episodes, 14 challenges. And in those 4 challenges, it should have been 4 physical, 4 mental, 4 strategic, and throw in 2 that would have been like major for like the season finale or something. Or those last 2 could have been maybe like game changers. Like these 2 would have changed the course of the competition. Either gave a team major points or lose major points. Ooh, that would have been even more dramatic. These are things that literally just required people to sit in the boardroom and say, how are we going to make this show the best? We have all the fan faves and heavy hitters in one show at one time. We got to be on our P's and Q's. And since there was 15 episodes, there should have been 14 challenges. There should have been a challenge every single episode, just like any competition show that you watch. This show, Greek Life, kind of made me appreciate actual big network competition shows. I'm not saying it should have all been like back to back, like 4 physical, 4 mental, 4. You can mix it up to make it very interesting, which of course it would be. However, that's not what we got. We got tug of war, dissecting a frog. Oh, and my favorite, hit the chicken. On top of that, it looked like y'all was in a school of some sort. Why didn't y'all utilize the gym? Maybe it wasn't a school, maybe there wasn't a gym, I don't know. But it had like a cafeteria, it had like it didn't have a gym? Because y'all really could have got busy in that gym. Next, let's talk about the teams and the team breakup and whatever. I didn't know who was on whose team. I'm just going to be honest with you. There was some people I kind of figured it out. Like I know for a fact. I don't know. I know Crystal and Farrah were on the same team. Or Crystal and Joyce were on the same. Listen, here's the thing. Y'all should have did way better at distinguishing who was on teams. Once again, this is not a big network budget type of thing. This is something simple as just making sure they wore the same colors. So many people were just coming in and out. Even team captains, I could not keep up. To distinguish teams and make it visually easier on the viewers, they should have had teams pack the same color. For example, Gucci's team should have always wore red. Ivory's team should have always wore green. Social Barbie's team should have always wore pink. You see what I'm saying? And even if, because, we don't have an abundance of clothes of the same color, the production, that's when y'all could step in and y'all could just at least provide t-shirts where y'all could say, listen, this is the color you have to wear at all times. In fact, if they don't want to listen, you tell them you lose points for not wearing it. But this would have been easier for audience to distinguish, oh, that's Barbie's team, that's Gucci's team, that's Ivory's team, that's Naja's team. It would have been easier if we always seen these solid colors or these solid themed colors, even down to their rooms. This room at least would have the red bed sheets. This room would have the pink bed sheets. Simple stuff like that would have made a major fucking difference. It also would have helped that y'all would keep reminding us who was part of whose team. How? Through confessionals. Whenever they would do their confessionals, yes, you show their name across the screen, but at the bottom put Ivory's team, Naj's team. Like, so whenever they're talking about something, it made sense to us. This is a simple dimple edit. I personally feel that the show spent way too much time on fights. I know this is Now That's TV, but this was supposed to be a major thing. And you guys focused not only, first of all, there's $100,000 on the line. Natural beef, natural conflict is going to come up. There's $100,000 on the line. People are stressed. People are competitive. You didn't need to keep like filming the outside beef, the personal conflict. I don't care, and maybe some people do, but I was one of those people that did not. I wanted to see y'all fight for this $100,000. And speaking of $100,000 being on the line, what was the fucking name of the show? Although it was called Greek Life, everyone kept calling it Put It on the Line. I'm assuming that was the original name of the show, and somewhere, somehow, they decided to change it to Greek Life. I wouldn't have made this move because you've already filmed cast members calling it Put It on the Line. You even have Deja, the damn host, calling it Put It on the Line. Next, I feel like the show could have been super simple and consistent. And what I mean by super simple and consistent, every episode, in my opinion, should have looked the same. The challenge, the score tally, the announcement of who won. Simple, easy, and something to look forward to. Now, for some reason, it seemed to take production a while to tally up scores. Why? I'm not understanding. If you had a challenge, and then after the challenge, the tally score period, which gives them a chance to argue and bump into each other and, talk about, well, you cheated and you didn't do it right and I'm just tired of the judges. That would have been dope while you tally up these scores. And then at the end of the episode, they would all come together in the backyard, in the gym, in that crowded, cooped up ass classroom. And Deja would announce, okay, the winners of this challenge, or the team who came in last place, first place, whatever, was this, that, and the third. That would have been so suspenseful. We would have been biting our nails like, oh my God, just to see how people reacted. It would have kept us on track of who's in the lead. We never knew who was in the lead. She announced it some episodes, but not other. Ciao. And not to mention, while they're competing in the challenges, keep the score on the screen. Another simple editing thing that you could have just included. Look, scores. Simple. I'm a YouTuber. Scores. You could have just left scores. Team A, Team B, while they did their challenge, and we never got that. This may sound like something so little and minute, but it allows us, the viewers, to feel like we're immersed, like we're involved in the challenge. Even when you watch football, you're looking at the score like, come on, y'all, come on. But we never got that moment because y'all just casually left it out. You have to understand that in a competition show, score is everything. Points is everything. That is something that should have been included visually. Like, I literally had no idea who was in the lead and who wasn't when they was playing bumper cars and hit the chicken. I had no idea what was going on. I just feel like it would have been dope that, like, at the end of every episode, Deja comes out. They're all like in their individual team groups in their colors, and Deja tells them such and such came in first, they came in second, they came in third, or the team that won the entire challenge was team this. And it would be in their contract, you can't fight during Deja's announcement of the winner. If you do, your team lose a point. This is Now That's TV. So I personally feel like since we're so used to them fighting and we know they love to fight, this would have been so fun. Of you fight, you lose a point, And if it's too horrible, you go home. Y'all still was going to be able to fight. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We want to see the drama. That could have been during the time where they sat down or hung out or discussed the last challenge or, that sort of thing. We still could have got that. Lastly, the winners of the $100,000 should have known they won the $100,000 during the season finale. I did not just watch 15 episodes, a whole entire season, to not be told at the end who won. Like, what are we doing right now? Why do we have to wait? If scores is being tallied on time and the money ain't funny, why do you not know who the winner is? This isn't Playboys where y'all have to really sit down and go through the season and see who did their big one. This is straight up scores. They got more points. They won. It's a no-brainer. The season finale should have been a major moment for the winner. I mean, they should have been announced. Fake money could have been flying from the ceiling, or they could have been shooting it out those little things. Music playing, confetti, balloons, and whoever the team that won is jumping up and down and just in their confessionals talking about how they overcame the challenges, how they pulled it together. That sort of moment that we love in reality TV when the winner wins. When you have them crying about how this is gonna, help them or change their life. I don't know. But instead, we're kind of just left with, I don't know. You'll find out when you find out. Even at one point, I think Queen D was like, she don't even know if there's gonna be a reunion. We don't know who won the money yet, or maybe not at all. I don't know. It's all left like, okay, moving on. The point I'm making now that's TV is you don't have to have the big budget like VH1 or MTV, but you do have to have a set of structure that just simply works for television. We know a fight is good for television, but when you are hosting or presenting a competition reality television show and you're leaning more towards the fights instead of the competition, we got a problem. This is exactly why Zeus's Bad vs. Wild also was a flop. They leaned too much on the personal drama. The people who are viewing this show wants to see a competition. We want to see it get ugly. We want to see the cattiness. We want to see the fights. But we also need you to reel it in and bring it back to what this show is. Competition. If I want to see bitches fight, I'll just go watch Young and Reckless. Again, Bad vs. Wild didn't work out, even though they clearly have a bigger budget for their competition show with Nick Cannon and the main stage and the main audience and yada yada yada. But guess what? They leaned too much on personal beef, which didn't play out right, and lack of creativity in their challenges. They was also playing fucking tug of war and pass the cucumber on this main grand stage. We're playing pass the cucumber. What was that? Truth or dare? Almost like, what are we doing right now? The point I'm making is there are some things in Hollywood that you just can't avoid when it comes to good TV. And this particular genre of TV is reality competition. And I feel like y'all go-to is, get them to fight. That can't be your go-to for everything. And this is a good example. Yeah, you had plenty of fights on Greek Life, but nobody was talking about Greek Life. Think about it. That is all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for coming through and thank you for being on time. Remember, this was an assembly. Now That's TV. I love you. I absolutely do. In fact, my DMs are always open. Pull up. Let's put our minds together. I got some ideas because I love your network and I want to see you grow. I want to see you be just as big as Zeus. Hell, I want to see you get your own television network. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, but you have to believe in yourself and you have to stop thinking small. And I don't think you think small because you like I said, you diverse in your show selection, but you gotta understand the difference between a competition reality show, a boxing match, and a, bad girls, fighting type of show. It has to make sense. And when you are just leaning too much on one thing, you've now created a problem. Just saying. Make sure that you like, comment, and share. And best believe I'm going to meet you there, because your girl be in the comments. Okay? And if you love what I'm serving and how I give it, hit that subscribe button so you're always notified when I upload. Duh. Thank you for coming through, and you make sure that you are back here next week for whatever the fuck I'm up here talking about, okay? You better not be late. You like that last video? Well, the good news is I got plenty more right here on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button so you're always notified when I upload to my channel. That's right. Binge watch the out of me.